y'all haven't noticed it yet. This life is a game. And a lot of you have been playing the game with fear. You've been playing the game of life with fear instead of love. Fear of how you're going to show up and deprive others of your fullest, most deepest expression. And this one especially goes out to all my gamers, all my nerds out there, because I happen to be one of them. All of my League of Legends players, StarCraft 2, Diablo. If any of you know, the real OG Heroes of New Earth. When I used to be more of a gamer in my life, and a raging one too, not super crazy raging, but I would get upset 8 years ago when I wasn't in so much control of my emotions. I would get mad and upset. And a lot of you who are also getting upset at life, you know what that's doing to you? Because that used to ruin my day, my whole day. And I'm good at those games, especially at Heroes of New Earth. And not to brag, even though they canceled it. Point is though, holy crap, I literally lost my flow. What the frick? I literally just lost the flow. Those games and those ones that you would lose, they would set me off. Maybe having team after team that sucked. And it's like for you all experiencing life like day after day, this day sucks. My work environment sucks. And it's like a game and real life. It's a game. It'll ruin your whole freaking day if you allow it to. It'll change your state. Your state is your vibration. If you want to raise your vibration, it starts with acting out of love instead of fear. Because when you act out of fear, you actually put this prison, the bars behind your jail cell on your heart. Your heart is over here thumping, and the more damage and experience you feel in life that's hurtful, because hurt people will hurt people, you start putting these bars and you stop connecting with people on a higher level. You start disconnecting and you start raging into these emotions rather than responding in a way which you prefer. I've had people hurt me in the past. And lately, if something comes up, even if I'm playing games on Discord, I respond with love. Even my negative comments that I get, especially the ones where I have my leggings on, I just came back from the gym, I respond with love. You know how much it takes for someone to actually say something bad and try to affect you? You can only let it affect you when you're at that state, right? So I respond to those people, those internet trolls, with love because they're deeply wounded. There's something triggering for them. Healed people will heal people. Healed people don't have this urge to express their trigger in such a negative way. In fact, they actually look at the trigger and say, hey, what about this is affecting me? So in the same way, when you start reacting to your physical reality, whether if it's a game that's going to ruin your whole freaking day, or it's going to be your job or your significant other that you're sick of and nothing's changing, what do you think is going to happen? Eventually, you start to build this prison around yourself. And the people that have hurt me, and especially that I was mentioning in games and whatnot, I just respond with love. I just call it what it is. You know, whatever this is that's bringing this up for you, whatever trigger, I hope you find healing from. I hope you find self-acceptance from. I hope you can look within, and I'm saying this to you, I hope you can look within and actually ask yourself, what about this is bothering me? Because once you start asking that question, you can actually control your state. And when you're in better control of your states, you can take action in physical reality without fear. And this is actually how you start to manifest. This is how you start to manifest the love that you want. Because guess what? When you're not triggered by people and you're not afraid to show up in your full authentic expression of your needs, and especially when it comes to setting boundaries, hey, I want to experience this with you and I love you and this is what I want. This is the outcome I'm looking for. And if you're not willing to step up to the plate, that's okay. We can go our separate ways. I mean, you're just not the person for me, right? Because this stuff will reflect in our relationships. And if you're able to be in control of your state and respond versus react, you're going to attract healthy lovers, healthy friends, and healthy games. Here's the other thing I noticed. I think it was like 2-3 years ago when my cat passed away. I was like drinking a bottle of wine and playing League of Legends at night with Discord. And I was staying up till like 7 a.m. I was going through it. I was letting myself just feel it. I did that for like 3 weeks, maybe more. And it was wild. However, I met a lot of people and I was able to have tons of conversations. And then also through that, I discovered a deeper side of me, a part of me that I can start controlling the triggers in these bad games, or I just stopped caring about winning or losing. And I started connecting with people on a deeper level, even online, and just having genuine conversations. And as I started doing that and started accepting more of myself, even though I wasn't the best player at League, I really wasn't that good at that point. And what ended up happening was, as I started healing this part of me, all the Discord teams I would join had wonderful people. Literally no negative people, no internet trolls, every now and then, but rarely. And you know what I started noticing was my state, whatever state I'm in, because sometimes I would get anxiety. Like, what if I join this channel and there are a bunch of people who get mad and rage and explode and freak out and just throw the game? That happens, right? But if I start thinking like that, one usually shows up. One usually ends up coming into the game. And it's my job to respond versus react in that game. Because if I can still respond and give this person love, they at least try a little bit more. Versus like feeding into their negativity. They're already throwing, I'm like, hey, dude, it's okay. Just do your best. And if this is your best, as you're showing up in this game right now, that's all right. We'll go ahead and find a new team after this. I still support them and give them love, and I do my best. Because it's not about winning the game. That's an aspect to the games, and that's also an aspect to life. But it's not about winning. You're going to win either way as long as you focus on being the best version of yourself in alignment with the vision of the highest version of you, the one that responds from love. Unconditional love. You know what unconditional love is? It's literally what it means. Without the condition needing to change, you can stay in the highest, most purest form of love. That vibration. That is unconditional. Unconditionally, if you get an internet troll in your team, in your Discord, that you can still stay in the vibration of it doesn't matter because you choose your vibrational state. And that's what matters. Literally matters. You make it matter in your mind, physically, metaphysically. Well, your body responds biologically to your physical vibration, stress, adrenal glands. A stress response can happen. Point is, though, is that you make it matter in your mind and you'll make it matter in physical reality. Your body will physically respond, and the actions you start to take in physical reality will also make a difference. Because if you get upset and you rage, guess what? Guess what you're doing? You have any idea what you're doing? Yeah, if you had stuff you wanted to do, you're probably canceling them. You're probably not giving it your 100% best effort because you're still upset about that previous game that sucked. And now you're showing up in the world with this sucked energy. Boo-hoo. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be in that energy. So the solution to this is to find out and recognize when you're in a bad state, when you're not in a healthy, comfortable, loving state, and when you're responding in a reactive way versus actually choosing how you respond. Because it is your sacred responsibility. You know what that means? That means your ability to respond in the way which you prefer. And when you're acting out of love, you don't have to put these bars on your heart. You can still give people love no matter how bad they treat you. Because when you act from there, the universe sees that. God, source, creator, purple monkey dishwasher in the sky that's washing purple monkeys, or it's a purple monkey washing dishes. Which one is it? Well, you get to choose that. You get to choose how you want to view things in life. And nobody can make you feel anything besides what you choose to actually feel. You guys know what heartbreak syndrome is? Apparently, when people experience so much heartbreak and anxiety, you can actually give yourself a heart attack physically. That's how much your mind can make something matter. So if it matters to you so much that people are throwing your games, or the people in your life are throwing your world, it's like you have no control over other people. You only have control over yourself. And I guarantee you, if you can stay in alignment and take action from there, you will see a change in your reality that is so significant. And it doesn't happen right away. There is some lag time, except you start to manifest a better life for yourself the more you keep taking action out of love. And that doesn't mean to put up with what you don't prefer. Absolutely not. Like that does not negate anything that people are doing bad to you. You get to lovingly and gracefully let them go. Man, that was gonna be like a hiccup burp that I just had. Like that was super weird. You get to let them go gracefully after you've set your boundaries. A lot of times you have a lesson to learn, and that's setting boundaries. So if you can take anything from this video, is recognize where you're at with your emotions and choose to respond in a way that you prefer versus react, because you don't want to ruin your whole day. It doesn't matter if you're playing a game or, again, it's something like in a work environment, you have a bad significant other. If you react in a positive, loving way, and you can also lovingly let go of those people that no longer serve you or you're not in alignment with, right? Or choose not to play with that person in that game, the more you'll be able to grow and expand, the more you'll attract healthier people because you start choosing yourself. And what's the alternative? You're going to stay in this familiar misery of what you keep doing over and over and over. And you know what that fear comes from? That fear is the outcome. What's going to happen when I step into the unknown and actually respond with love and start choosing myself and start expressing myself fully? Sometimes when it's expressing yourself fully, we get afraid of who's going to like me. And look at expressing myself fully. I'm not worried about that. I know the right people will get this message that it's meant for, which is you. And I'm not worried about whether if you like it or not. The point is even if it's somebody that doesn't like it, if this got to you, it exposed you to something that gives you an opportunity. And it may not happen right away. It may happen years on. That's what happened to me. I used to see people with, like, especially men with, long nails, painted hair color and all that stuff, painted nails. And I would get triggered. I'm like, that's not very masculine, because I used to be a girls for the girls masculine man. I'm still masculine. I'm actually very in my divine feminine, divine masculine energy. I'm that mixture of both now. Point is, though, is I too was triggered by it. And I started looking at, like, what triggers me about that? Well, I want to express myself the way I want to be. And I want to not fear if my girlfriend's going to break up with me if I want to be this way. Because you know what? I'm not giving her an opportunity to love me fully. That's how it was. Well, the girlfriend I had at the time, she would have no idea. And anything else, I was just hiding behind a mask and not fully expressing who I am. You know what hurts more than people not loving you? People loving a fake version of you. That's what hurts. Because when you start showing up without fear, you invite the love that you deserve into your life. The people who will love you 100% for you. And the state that you have is what's going to control the algorithm in this physical reality for you to bring you what more you need. So don't react to your triggers. Respond to your triggers. Notice them, acknowledge them, and look at your fear. Your fear isn't the bars behind your prison. It's the road to your ascension when you start choosing to act out of love and not fear. So I love you so much. Have an alchemizing day, and namaste.